So hello students, once again I welcome you all to this SKT's class, and today I am going to continue with the next part of the subject verb agreement. Yesterday we studied about subject verb agreement, and the rule was singular subject takes singular verb and plural subject takes plural verb, and we had studied the effect of and on the subject verb agreement. Today we are going to see case 2, effect of each, either, neither on the subject verb agreement. Now these words like each, either, neither, they represent one person or object or an idea at a time. So that is why with the use of these words, the subject always becomes singular. So whenever each is used or either is used or neither is used, subject always becomes singular and hence singular verb is used. For example, each can be used in two ways. Each of the boys gets a prize, or we can use each as an adjective like in this sentence, each boy gets a prize. So whatever way we are going to use each, either with the help of or as an adjective, in both the cases we are talking about one boy at a time, and hence the subject is singular and will take gets as a singular verb. So the proper sentence will be each of the boys gets a prize, or we can say each boy gets a prize. Likewise, if we use the example of either, so either can also be used in two ways, in the form of or as an adjective, either of the books or either book. In both the sentences we are talking about one book at a time, and hence the subject becomes singular and singular verb will be used. So either of the books is interesting, and we can also say either book is interesting. Moving on, case number 3. What will be the effect of if we use conjunctions like or, either or neither nor? Now in such case, the rule is verb agrees with the subject nearer it. Whatever subject will be nearer the verb will be according to that subject. If the subject nearer the verb is singular verb will be used. If the subject near the verb is plural, then plural verb will be used. For example, either the coach or the players are coming today. Now near the subverb, the nearest subject is players. This is the verb that is we are going to use. So near this verb, the nearest subject is players. It is plural, so we'll choose are. So either the coach or the players are coming today. Look at the second sentence. Either the coach or the player are coming today. The subject nearer this verb is the player. It is singular. Hence, in this case, singular verb will be used. So the sentence will be like, either the coach or the player is coming today. Next case that we'll see today is the effect of as well as, together with, along with, including, etc. These are called subordinating conjunctions. In such cases, remember, verb agrees with the primary subject, means the first subject. If the primary subject is singular, it will take singular verb. If the primary subject is plural, it will take plural verb. For example, he as well as his brothers is oblique are coming. Now, you will say that we are talking about two sort of subjects, he and brothers, and that is why subject will be plural. No. When we are talking about as well as together with, primarily we are talking about he. So here, he is the primary subject and it is singular, and so we will use is. So he as well as his brothers is coming. If this example would have been written like this, he and his brothers, so because of and now, he and brothers both will be considered, and hence the subject now will become plural and plural verb will be used. Like he and his brothers are coming. Another example, they as well as their brothers is oblique are coming. Now in this example, the primary subject is they, and they is now plural. So now we'll be using are. So now the proper sentence will be they as well as their brothers are coming. So these are small things regarding the application of subject-verb agreement that we'll have to be very careful of. Now we'll see what can be the effect of certain expressions. For example, case 5, effect of a number of and the number of. Sometimes we use expression like a number of students or the number of students. Now remember, after of, the noun that will be used will be plural in both the cases. But remember, if we are going to use a number of, verb will always be plural. In case of a number of, verb will always be plural. And if we are going to use the number of, then the verb will be singular. For example, the number of students in the class is oblique are less. Another example, a number of students is oblique are absent. Now you can see after of, both the places noun is in plural form, students. But if we are using the number of, then singular verb will be used. So the number of students in the class is less. And if we are using a number of, then the subject will be considered as plural and plural verb will be used. So a number of students are absent. Let's see some other expressions. Like sometimes we use a great many, and sometimes we use many a. Now see the difference. When we use a great many, so after many, plural noun will be used. And now in such cases, in case of a great many, after many, plural noun is used, and hence we will be using plural verb. When we are using many a, then the noun will be singular and singular verb will be used. So in short, you can remember, in case of a great many, plural verb will be used, and in case of many a, singular verb will be used. Let's see in the example. A great many travelers. So see, after many, noun is in plural form. So a great many travelers are missing after the tsunami. We are going to use are. Many a traveler is oblique are missing after the tsunami. In this case, after many a, the noun is singular, and hence we'll be using singular verb is. So many a traveler is missing after the tsunami. So in this second part, we have seen certain cases, and in the third part, we'll be seeing that how certain nouns affect the subject verb agreement. So thank you. Have a nice day.